What's going on, guys? Garrett here. Today I'm going to be doing some powder coating. So I have this whole thing of 1,000 pieces of lead. Okay, all these are going to get coated, and I'm going to be walking you guys through that process. So I've seen some videos out there on how to powder coat, but I don't feel like there's that many good ones. So hopefully this can be kind of a user guide for you guys. And yeah, let's get into opening them, and then we'll get to powder coating them. Oh my goodness, that is like so freaking heavy. Okay guys, so I have two colors here. I have like a purple, which it kind of looks a little iridescent, and then I have whiskey bronze, which is I don't know, I'll probably either pop them up here or you guys will see them when they get coated on the bullets, but you can't see much in these bags, to be honest. Okay guys, I have my station set up here, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through the process. So the first thing is, let me get this taken out and see if I can not spill it in the process. So this is literally just a cottage cheese container. On the bottom, there will be a little triangle. Let me see if I can show you guys this without spilling everything. There's a little triangle with the number 5 in it. That is the kind of plastic you want to use. So basically what we're using is static electricity within this little container, and it charges the bullets enough that the powder coat basically sticks to it. So inside of this cottage cheese container, there's a bunch of little plastic beads. Let me see if I can get one out for you guys. These are literally just like, focus, speed, I am speed. Okay, well, you can see them good enough in the container. So inside here is just a bunch of little plastic beads. These are the beads that you buy at like Hobby Lobby or any of your like little home goods or craft stores, I guess you'd say. And what those do basically is I put it in the drill, and this turns around this cottage cheese container just like this, and that creates the static electricity using those beads and the cottage cheese container, and that will coat these bullets. So here's one that's I've already basically done, so hopefully you can see that, but it's well coated. And then we'll put those on a little cooking sheet or a little tray, and then those will go in the powder coat oven for whatever your powder has to cure at, minus 400 degrees for 10 minutes. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let me walk you through this process. I'm just going to go ahead and chuck this into the drill. Make sure that's tight. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to slowly turn this around like this. Now, the angle is important. If you're too flat, then it's just going to scuff against the sides. You almost want it to roll over a little bit in there, but too steep and they're going to kind of fall against each other, the bullets will, and they'll kind of nick each other, so it'll take a little bit of your powder off. So it's kind of, you want to find that good angle about like this, and then you're just going to kind of roll it around. I've found the best way is to kind of do it in little spurts, but a little bit of everything. So basically like that. And then make sure you bring everything down a little bit. And if you look inside there, all the bullets are very well coated. And then I'm just going to go in here with a pair of needle nose pliers, or if you have some forceps, and you're just going to start putting them on the tray. So let me go ahead and grab my tray, and I'll show you guys that part of the process. Got my tray. Now I'm just going to literally start picking these bullets out, setting them up right on my tray. Now you'll notice some of them might have like a little bit of a nick on the top. If you're a perfectionist like I am, then I just put that back in there and I'll run it around a little bit again. So this part is a little bit of a tedious process. With that being said, I've been pouring lead and powder coating for about 6 years now. I didn't start with bullets, I actually started with lures. So I had a lure company for a long time, and I powder coated all of that lead. So I have quite a bit of experience with powder coating. I've tried a bunch of different methods. Some people say put your bullets in the oven, heat them up a little bit, and then toss them in the powder. That turned into a giant mess for me. I experimented with it a little bit, but after literally throwing away probably, I don't know, 200 plus bullets because of mess ups, I was like, okay, I'm done with that method. I know some guys have it down, but it seems like it's super finicky. Plus, the type of powder you use seems to matter a lot more. I have gotten it to work okay, but I think this method's better. Plus, with this method, I feel like I get a better coating around the whole thing. With some of the other ones where you heat it up, it seemed to kind of glob in some spots. And with powder, you want a pretty thin layer. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep picking these out. I'll get this tray filled out, and then I'll take you to my oven shape and set this there, and show you the finished product. Okay, I just want to pause, take a quick second. One thing that I didn't mention was how much powder I actually put into this container. You'll use less than you probably think. I like to put a thin coat at the bottom, maybe a 1/4 inch thick at the bottom. And then if you have fresh beads, you'll want to roll it around, get the beads kind of covered. And then you can kind of check at the bottom of your cup and see if there's any powder. Like I said, you just want a thin layer down there. And you'll kind of be able to tell with whether your bullets are getting coated good or not. If you're rolling it around, one thing to also do is like take a pair of pliers and put them in the bottom as you roll it around, kind of turn it. Sometimes that powder will sink down to the bottom and get almost caked on at the bottom. So you just want to break that up and then check how well your powder or how well your bullets are getting coated. And if they're not getting coated well, then add a little bit more powder. If they're getting coated too well, either try to take a little bit out or don't add any more. Okay, I've preheated my oven. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 400 degrees. And so now I'm just gonna stick these in here for 10 minutes. Try not to burn myself. And then I'll set a timer and I'll come back and check them out. Okay, so let's show you the final product. So here are the powder coated bullets. Looking pretty good. They're still really hot, so I can't quite pick them up. God dang. But I just let them cool for a few seconds and then I'll actually go and knock them over. One little tip I forgot to mention is make sure you guys use a non-stick pan. If you use something like glass or non-stick pan or whatever you want to call it, these bullets are going to be really hard to get off. You can do it, but the non-stick makes it so much easier. They just knock right over. So that was one tip I forgot to mention. So I'm going to keep on this process. You can see I have a box going right here of finished ones, and we're just going to keep knocking them out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed or learned something about the powder coating process. I'm sure there's something that I forgot to mention. So if there is anything that you saw you had questions about, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.